Hello, everybody. We're going to talk about IWMY today and how I personally invest in it. I've traded IWM, the ETF of the Russell, for years, and I'm very familiar with its movements. And so IWMY fits right into my style. So I'm just going to share what I look for and how I invest in IWMY. This is Mike, the Tactical Stock Scalper. All right. What we have here is a weekly chart of the Russell. And as you've noticed, since 2021, and honestly, even before that, we formed channels, okay? So let me show you here. We got a channel way up here, right? We got a middle channel that forms right there. And then we have this bottom channel, okay? And it stays in these channels, for quite some time. Months, years sometimes, just really depends. And so knowing that it trades in channels, I think this is one of the easiest investments to position yourself in because it is and has been very predictable. That doesn't mean it's always going to be in these channels forever, but as long as they are, it makes it really predictable to invest and trade in. So let me show you. I think right now we are still, and I've talked about this for quite some time, that I think we are forming right now. So that line I just put you, the middle channel. I think we're forming this middle channel over here. So what does that look like and what does that mean and how does that help you? Well, as you see, when it forms these channels, it can go down for 2 to 3 months at a time. Conversely, it can go up for 2 to 3 months at a time because it just goes up and down in these channels. Now, as we see here, when IWMY first came online, we had a couple rough weeks, and then it started taking off for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 9 weeks in a row. And all the talk was about how great IWMY was, right? Well, all it was doing, and it was great, we were getting share price appreciation and nice disbursement payments. But it was going up, and it just came in on its inception, so the investment community was super excited and thought it was the best thing since sliced bread. I still think it's great, but what they don't realize is that it does trade in these channels. So now, as I think we're forming this middle channel, and I've been looking for a bounce off this 190 level here, and it looks like we may possibly be getting it. So I think we're going to bounce here from 190 and maybe go up to 205 again, or maybe even up to 210. And then that's kind of where I think this middle channel, and I think it'll form much like the one over there that you saw back in 2022. I think it's going to form similar to that. It's never going to be identical, but it's going to be similar. Well, to invest in these, it's really straightforward and very easy for me and my plan. When it gets to a top of a channel and on these rises up through the channels, I personally don't buy, because I know that it's forming and it's going up to the top of the channel. I wait till it hits the top of the channel and starts descending to the bottom of the channel, whatever it's making the bottom of the channel. And then I'll start buying more shares on the decline. And then as it goes back up again, and just kind of do that back and forth. Now, could 190 here be the bottom? I mean, I'm thinking so, but it's not set in stone because as we see over here, we had some wicks that got a little bit below it, right? As we see right through here, just a tad below it. So it could still come down a little bit more to find the bottom of its channel, wherever that bottom may be. I think if it breaks the 185, unfortunately, we're probably going back down to the very bottom of the channel. And it's like 6 more weeks of darkness, right? So, and then you're going to hear all kinds of talk about how horrible it is. It's not horrible. It's just doing what it does, right? Going up for several weeks in a row, going down for several weeks in a row, just forming channels. But I'm investing with the mindset that we are forming this middle channel. So I've been buying IWMY while the Russell has been around this 190 level, okay? And so that's how I am playing it. And I think we'll get great dividends and share price appreciation when the channel's forming going up. And I think we're going to lose some share price and have less dividends on its way down. So as long as you are comfortable and familiar with the way the Russell trades, this I don't think is an issue for most people to hold. But if people aren't comfortable with it and they don't realize how it trades and they see it going down for several weeks in a row, when anyone who's educated on it knows it's just doing what it does. And so it gives you a great time to accumulate on the way down and having a high degree of confidence that IWMY and the Russell will go back up. And it'll just keep doing this, I think, over time. And we can look at the history here, right? We had that. We formed channels here, and then COVID came and it ripped up like everything else did. So I don't know how much we can, because this was a special circumstance in a market, a black swan event. So I don't know how much stock we can put in this massive rise up. But as you see, even during the massive rise up, it was trying to channel, just like it did here. Okay, so it has a history of channeling, and I think that's exactly what we're doing until it does something completely opposite of what it's done, since 2019. That's the way I'm going to continue to invest and trade IWMY going forward. If you enjoy my content, please gently press the like button. Maybe consider subscribing to the channel. If you like to talk charts and all kinds of good stuff like that, I got a Discord server. Love to hang out with you. This is Mike, Tactical Stock Scalper, out.